Story 18: The Magical Umbrella and the Rainy Adventure. In the charming town of Rainville, where the weather was as unpredictable as a mischievous cat, lived a young girl named Sophie. Sophie loved the rain. She loved the way it pitter-pattered on the roof, the way it made everything smell fresh and clean, and most of all, she loved jumping in puddles. One particularly rainy afternoon, as Sophie was exploring her grandmother's attic, she stumbled upon an old, dusty umbrella. It was unlike any umbrella she had ever seen. The handle was carved with intricate designs of clouds and raindrops, and the fabric shimmered with a soft, iridescent glow. Curious, Sophie opened the umbrella and gave it a twirl. To her amazement, the umbrella seemed to hum with a gentle, magical energy. Sophie could feel a strange, but wonderful sensation, as if the umbrella was alive. "Well, well, what do we have here?" a voice said, startling Sophie. She turned to see her grandmother standing in the doorway, a knowing smile on her face. "Grandma, this umbrella, it feels magical," Sophie said, her eyes wide with wonder. Her grandmother chuckled. "That's because it is, my dear. This umbrella has been in our family for generations. It's said to have magical powers, but only those with a pure heart and a love for adventure can unlock its true potential." Sophie's heart raced with excitement. "What kind of powers? Why don't you take it outside and see for yourself?" her grandmother suggested with a wink. With the magical umbrella in hand, Sophie rushed outside into the rain. As she opened it, a strange thing happened. The raindrops that fell on the umbrella turned into tiny, shimmering stars. The stars floated gently around her, creating a magical aura of light. Sophie laughed in delight as she danced in the rain, the stars twinkling around her. But the real adventure began when she noticed something even more extraordinary. The umbrella seemed to be guiding her, pulling her gently in a particular direction. Trusting the umbrella, Sophie followed its lead. It took her through the winding streets of Rainville, past the old bakery with its delicious smells, and through the town square where the fountain sang a cheerful tune. Finally, it led her to the edge of the town, to a place she had never been before. Here, at the edge of Rainville, was a large, mysterious forest. Sophie had always been told to stay away from the forest, as it was said to be enchanted and filled with all sorts of magical creatures. But with the magical umbrella by her side, she felt brave and excited. As she stepped into the forest, the umbrella's glow illuminated her path. The trees whispered secrets to each other, and the leaves rustled with excitement. Sophie felt as if the whole forest was welcoming her. Deeper into the forest she went, following the umbrella's gentle pull. She came across a clearing where the rain had created a beautiful, glistening pond. In the center of the pond was a small island, and on the island stood a magnificent tree with golden leaves. The umbrella tugged again, urging Sophie to cross the pond. As she stepped onto the island, she noticed a small, ornate box nestled among the roots of the tree. She carefully picked it up and opened it, revealing a dazzling, rainbow-colored crystal. The crystal sparkled and emitted a soft, melodic hum. Sophie knew instinctively that this crystal was special. She held it up to the umbrella, and as the crystal touched the fabric, a burst of magical light enveloped her. In that moment, Sophie found herself back in her grandmother's attic, the umbrella still glowing softly in her hand. She looked around in amazement, realizing that the umbrella had brought her on an incredible adventure. Her grandmother entered the attic, her eyes twinkling with pride. "You found the crystal, didn't you?" Sophie nodded, still in awe. "Yes, Grandma. It was amazing. The forest, the pond, the tree, it was all so magical." Her grandmother smiled. "That crystal is the heart of the umbrella's magic. It has the power to make wishes come true, but only for those who believe in the magic of the world." Sophie held the crystal close to her heart. She knew exactly what she wanted to wish for. Closing her eyes, she whispered her wish and felt the crystal's warmth fill her with a sense of peace and happiness. From that day on, Sophie and her magical umbrella had many more adventures. She learned to trust in the magic around her and always approached life with a sense of wonder and excitement. And whenever the rain fell in Rainville, Sophie knew that a new adventure was just a twirl of her magical umbrella away.